On the show today, we're speaking about dress code, professionalism, setbacks, and staying connected. Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of the Ask DK show. I'm Dylan Kolstadt. So I've arrived in Germany. I'm here on holiday with my family, but there's no rest for the wicked, and I've got to be always logging in, checking my emails and replying to some work and, staying connected. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. You always need to be connected with the business, but it's absolutely fine. And so here I am recording this episode of the Ask DK show. So today we're talking about a whole bunch of different questions that you've sent me. So thank you so much for all the input, and I'm going to try and get to everybody's questions as much as I can. So yeah, 2 weeks ago I was in London, aggressively trying to expand the shift one business, because I do believe that it's important that we diversify where our income comes from and not just have all our eggs in one basket. So that's why I'm starting to expand to different countries, starting with English-speaking markets. I'd like to try German-speaking markets, but I do think that the language is going to be a bit of a barrier for me eventually in the long term. So that's why I'm focusing on English-speaking markets first. Okay, so one of the questions that came in via Instagram was, how did I learn to embrace failure? So I think failure is, it's really sad when it's happening to you, but afterwards when you sit and dissect what you've just gone through, you realize all the lessons that you've learned, and that actually it was a really tough teacher. And I've met some really horrible people in my life. I've met some really amazing people in my life, and both of them have taught me things, and I really have come to the space where I've realized that bad people teach you a lot, and they're sent across your path to be your teachers. I've never been sent a lesson that I haven't learned something from. In every situation I've learned something. So the thing is, if you have experience of failure, you like they say in Silicon Valley, you just have to fail as fast as you can, and once you've failed, dust yourself off and sit down and journal. Go away, take a sabbatical. Go to Timbuktu. Go to Tahiti. Go to Mongolia for a month and just sit and process what happened and what went wrong, and make sure that you don't repeat those mistakes. So I think for me, it's really important that you know why you failed. So there's no shame in failing. I think failure used to be a point of shame, but so many people fail now. And I mean, if you look at how many successful entrepreneurs out there now have got failures behind their belts and are proud about it, I think it's a culture that needs to change in many countries still. Where failure is looked at negatively. So don't look at it negatively at all. Just dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and if you can afford to get back into the game, get back into the game. I know many entrepreneurs who've lost all their money like 3-4 times. Once you know how to make money and you know how the game works, there's nothing stopping you from getting back in there again as quickly as possible. Okay, so then the next question is about dress code. Do I think my dress code at meetings affects my professionalism? So I always dress nicely as much as I can to meetings. I don't overdress and I don't underdress. That's just the way that I roll. So I like to wear jeans and then a nice top and a nice jacket or something. And but I mean, I've been to meetings with other people where they wear shorts, and that I think it depends on the industry that they're in, and it depends on how comfortable they are with what they do. So depending on who you are and what industry you're in, depends on how you're going to dress. But I like to dress like my clients. So if I see my clients are really dressed up and they're wearing suits, and that I'll bring my A game. And if my clients are very relaxed, then I'll dress down as well. But the main thing is it's about how it makes you feel and how it makes your clients feel when they meet you. So it's got to match your industry. So if you're a graphic designer, I'm sure you can get away with being more casual. If you're in the film industry, you can be really casual. But if you're in the professional services industry, then you need to make sure that your dress attire is appropriate. That's kind of how I see it. Okay, question number 3. Tell me about your recent setbacks and how you've recovered. I realized that I had lost focus. That's why I keep banging on in my posts and Instagram posts about focus. I had lost focus. I was trying too many things, and I was busy putting too many irons in the fire. And so what I've basically done is I've culled some of that focus. I've also reshuffled the team a little bit, and I've got subject matter experts and specialists focusing on what they're doing, and I'm going to be focusing on sales. So when I get back from this holiday, my priority is to just bring the sales. We've got an amazing company. Shift One is an incredible company, unbelievable team, brilliant subject matter experts, fabulous at what they do. Our clients love us. So the only thing that's broken with this little company at this point in time is the sales engine, which is for me an easy problem to fix. All I need to do is get off my butt and make sure I'm out there and pounding the streets and selling as hard as I can, and just to bring in the bacon. So that's how I'm focusing on the setback, is to realize, okay, what have I done wrong? I've lost focus. I've left a couple of problems too long in, sometimes you ignore a problem and then you just hope that it kind of resolves itself. And then after a while you realize that actually no problem that resolves itself by itself. You have to address that problem and aggressively resolve it. So my big focus when I get back is sales. So those are the kind of setbacks that I've been hit with. Other setbacks have been like losing a big client or having to fire a big client. We've had to fire a really nice client. I mean, a lovely person. I really loved working with him. I enjoyed his work, but he was just too draining on my team, and my team was burning out. And we don't mind clients that are demanding. We don't mind clients that are, everybody is precious about their money and wants really good results. But I couldn't work with somebody who was sucking the life out of my team. Without a team, I don't have a business. So I take a pretty strong stance in that we only work with clients that are what I call on brand. So if a client's not on brand, we don't work with them. So basically that was pretty hectic, and I just had to make the call, decide what was best for my team, and at the end of the day, made a call. We got rid of that client. So those are the kind of setbacks. We then faced, a couple of months of having to tighten our belts because that client was really good income for us. We've had to fire a few clients in our lifetime since we've been going, but we won't compromise on working with people that are good for our team and good for the business. Okay, so how do you stay connected to key influencers who aren't always available? All right, so this is something that I'm quite passionate about, because I think that it's really important that you don't hound clients. So you've got key influencers, you've got people who you want to be known by and you want to build a relationship with them, but they're not available, and if you send them 400 emails, they're definitely not going to be available. So for me it's kind of it's an investment from your side. You basically need to make yourself known to them digitally in a non-invasive way. So the first thing is you need to follow all of their social media channels, both as a brand and as a private individual. Then you need to start commenting on their posts, and you need to start liking all their posts and sharing their posts, and then you can start direct messaging them once you've already established yourself as somebody that follows them. And then you can actually start reaching out to them for coffee, or to say, listen, I've got something of value. Now that I know more about what you do and I understand your business and your needs a bit better, I think I can add some value in what you're doing. But the first point of call for me is to start building a digital relationship with them before you don't just hound them. Don't just hound them. There's no value in that. Nobody likes that. The other thing you can do is sign them up to your mailing list. Send them an email saying, listen, I hope you don't mind I've signed you up to my emailing list. You can opt in, opt out here. And then hopefully your mailers are like really helpful, useful, informative, and interesting. And that way they will start to stay abreast of what you're up to as a business. And then potentially see, oh, this is the guy or the girl that keeps following me, that likes my work and that's reaching out to me on social media, and that's a real brand ambassador for me. Let me meet them for a coffee. So I think that's a really good way to stay connected using digital media, because people aren't available and they definitely aren't looking out for your business. You're the only one looking out for your business. Nobody's looking out for your business but you. Okay, so that's it for episode 6 from a sunny, bird-filled, butterfly-filled, tree-filled Germany. And I hope you gain some value from this talk, and that you have a really good week this week, and that you get out there and you pound the streets. Remember, if you're sitting in your seat, you're not making sales. So get out there, meeting some people, be energized, be excited about what you do. Remember, if you're excited about what you do, it's not selling. Then you're literally just telling people about what you're doing, and you're so excited because you're doing this amazing work, and you don't have to sell, then it just comes naturally. So if you've got any other questions, you're welcome to tweet me, #AskDK on Twitter, on Instagram, or any of my other channels, and I'll definitely feature your question on the show. I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. Keep well. See you. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen. Have a great week.